Okay, guys, we're back again on a Tuesday night. Now, I'm not sure if Sonny Ono is going to be here. He hasn't been here in quite some time, but you never know when he's going to pop in. Now, I'm getting a message that said we're having trouble streaming to Facebook. This may be an issue on Facebook's end. Is it possible stream ended or deleted on Facebook? I don't know. We'll keep trying and let you know if it's resolved. Please check Facebook to ensure the stream looks okay. Okay. If you guys can see it on Facebook, let me know. If not, you know, it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. What's up, RJ? But hey, man, we got a few things to talk about. And one of the things I want to talk about is this past weekend's WWE pay-per-view. Backlash. What's up, Jesse? And I'm telling you, man, I was very, very impressed with the main event. I'm telling you, I was very, very impressed with the main event. And it was very, very entertaining, if I do say so myself. So I want to know how many of you guys out there really liked that pay-per-view this weekend. So I'm telling you, man, I don't even get a chance to watch professional wrestling very often. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't get a chance to watch professional wrestling very often, especially the pay-per-views, because I keep forgetting that, you know, WWE puts their pay-per-views on Saturday nights now instead of Sundays. So I always miss them because I'm thinking they're coming on Saturday nights. For some reason, that's been in my head for so long that I just think all wrestling pay-per-views come on Sunday night. And I was actually looking for a fight that night on my app, and I ran across Backlash, and I was I didn't see the whole show, saw the other end of it, but man, I was pretty impressed, man. I was pretty impressed, and I would like to know what you guys think, you know, and how if you guys watched it or whatever, you know what I'm saying. Daniel Gold, hi Steve, how are you? I'm from London, big fan. Appreciate that, Daniel. But Jesse Neal, what's going on with you? What's up, Cron? You know, like I said, I don't know if Sonny's going to be here. Sonny's been doing his thing, man. He's been in and out of town. They're doing some kind of wrestling tryouts with a lot of the young guys just trying to get into the wrestling business. And Sonny is a part of that, and it's been taking up a lot of his time. But, you know, it's all good, man. When Sonny can make it, he can make it. When he can't. Terry Donahoe, what's going on, brother? When he can, he can't. It is what it is. But, you know, when he can make it, he'll make it. When he can't, he won't. Well, like I said, I just, if anybody's out there watching on Facebook, they said I wasn't getting a good, they said it was having some problems. I don't know what the deal was, but I'm looking at my Facebook on my phone right now, and it seems to be working pretty well. So with all that being said, Daniel Gold just said, are you in touch with one of my favorite wrestlers from WCW, Tank Abbott? Am I in touch with him? No. I don't really to be honest with you, I don't really stay in touch with any professional wrestlers. I mean, wrestling is what I did. And I might see Tank at a convention or something like that every now and then, but I never really got super close to guys that I worked with. I never wanted to talk wrestling when I wasn't wrestling. No disrespect to all the other guys, but, you know, with all due respect, I got my own friends and, you know, people that I've always worked with, and that's on any job I've ever had in my life. I'm not too chummy with people that I work with. We just cool at work. You know, when we're working, you know, we might go get a beer or something like that. But when I'm not working, the last thing I want to talk to, see, or be around is another professional wrestler when I wrestle. And like I said, that's no disrespect. That's just me. I'm just kind of messed up like that. Because, you know, I've had the same friends for the last 30, 35, 40 years, man. Those are the friends that I keep up with. But I seen Tank at a couple of conventions. Me and Tank was always cool, but we wasn't that cool, but we were cool. There's an article online where he said you was one of his best mates. Oh, yeah. Whenever we was around each other, Daniel, Tank was my boy, man. But like I said, no disrespect to Tank or any other wrestlers. That's just the way I carried myself in the business, you know, but, you know, it is what it is. I don't, you know, that's just, like I said, that's just me, you know. But the thing about that is that I try to separate myself from professional wrestling. What's up, AW? When I'm not wrestling. So it's got nothing to do with the people. It's just the fact that, you know, your common thread with each other is professional wrestling. So, you know, that's how it goes. Okay, here's this dickhead coming on the show again this week talking about Stevie Richards. Love the four-way for the United States title. Man, I missed that one, brother. I missed that one, but I got bits and clips of it afterwards, man. I thought it was the little bit that I saw, you know, bruh. Those guys just know how to put on shows, man. And that's great because it makes the other shows, you know, like AEW, you know, they come up and step their game up. But AEW, man, they've been having some great matches also. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's been stepping their game up, man. Everybody. Daniel said that match was off the chain. I can believe it, man. Like I said, I seen bits and clips of it, but I didn't see the whole match. Yeah, you know, but I might go back and look at it. You know, when I get time, I'll go back and look at the whole thing because you know, I want to see the whole show, man. But like I say, I kind of tripped over it. I didn't even know it was coming on because I remember I was asking you guys, where can I see the matches and stuff like that? Well, I finally figured out how I can see Raw on Monday nights and stuff like that now. So I finally figured it out this past Monday. So I'll be chiming in to try to keep up with what's going on here lately because I don't have Netflix, but I got something else. I can't tell you what, but I got something else, and I can pull it right in because I don't have it. Real cold. What's up? I don't have it, but I do have it. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. Yeah, Dan, y'all know it's all on Netflix. But like I was telling the guys last week, I don't have Netflix. I've been trying to figure out what I can see Netflix without getting a subscription. But I figured it out. Who was that? Daniel said, is Booker T still one of your best mates? I guess mates means friend. Me and my brother are not friends, we're brothers. So I don't consider him one of my best friends. I consider him my brother. I got two other brothers. I got three brothers. Hold on a second. Hold on a second, guys. I have problems with my fish sticks. Everyone and their mama got a wrestling card podcast now. Man, I've been podcasting fish since 2017. How many years is that? I really could care less about anybody else's podcast, but I don't talk about wrestling on a daily basis. That's if you're new to the show. Hey, man, what's going on with my... Oh, there it goes. Hold on, work. Speaking of wrestling, oh yeah, I see what you're saying, Fish. I didn't get that. I didn't see your first message. I didn't see your first message, but you're 100% right. Jay Spice, where the hell you been, man? Where you been, man? You just don't pop up and go, no, hello, Stevie. What's wrong with you? You need to let us know what's up. We don't know if you fell off a cliff or something like that, bro. Oh, you been in the hospital? What's going on with you, brother? You know, you okay? And this bitch that keeps coming in talking about Stevie Richards, brother, I'm going to delete you every time. Nobody's looking at your shit. Daniel says, I guess brothers can be mates as well. Has he ever invited you to join him on WWE? Brother, WWE is a business. My brother don't run WWE. He just has a job with WWE. That's not his call. If that makes any sense. You say you had a spinal cord injury, J Speeds? Brother, how do you know? That's kind of tough, man. You wasn't in a car accident or anything, were you? Or you took a fall at work or something like that? But I hope everything's well, man. That's a tough deal right there. Gunshots. Brother, I ain't trying to get in your business or nothing, but on the show. But if you don't want to make comments on the show, you can always DM me, because you're like the third person I know, man, in the last few years have been shot. A couple of my other buddies, man. I hadn't seen them in a while, and boy, I was like, what's going on? But like I said, you're right, RJ. RJ says, I like the pay-per-view. The crowd got it going from match one. I mean, it was, I'm going to start paying more attention to the pay-per-views so we can come on and talk about them, especially the pay-per-views, so we can come on and talk about them a little bit, because I was going to have the 3 The Hard Way guys on tonight, but I didn't get a chance to get with them to let them know what was going on. But, be that as it may, hey, I was thoroughly, brother, that main event, man. And what about Pat McAfee? What did you guys think about Pat McAfee? and Gunther. What y'all think about that, man? I thought for a guy that's not a professional wrestler, I thought Pat McAfee did a great job. We've seen worse, we've seen better, but he didn't do it. He didn't do a bad job, man. I'm serious. Now, they could have got him a little better attire, come in with those nut-hugging breeches on. And I don't know what kind of shoes he had on. But other than that, hey. Marco says, great match. Rilko said, he isn't bad for a non-professional. That's what I'm saying, man. You see that flip he did off the top rope? I'm like, this dude crazy, man. You're Jesse, you 100% right, brother. I didn't realize how athletic he was. That flip off the top, I'm like, wait a minute. I thought this dude was a punter when he was in the NFL. You know? But, well, wait a minute, guys. Wait a minute. You guys been asking. You've been asking me where's Sonny, right? And then you guys said, ask me, did I fire Sonny? I have to keep telling you guys, I don't fire anybody, man. Sometimes people got other things to do other than be on podcasts, and when people are busy, they're busy. Wait a minute, man. Hold on. I just seen a buddy of mine out there, Rick Guerin. I tried to bring him in. But ladies and gentlemen, Sonny is in the green room. I want to let everybody know that. So all these different questions you guys got for Sonny, y'all been looking for him for weeks and weeks. He's here, man. I told you I didn't know. I never know when he's going to pop in, man. You know what I'm saying? He just might pop in out of nowhere like he's doing tonight. So I was trying to see if my boy Rick was trying to bring him on camera. Rick and I started out in the business together. Some 35, 36 years ago. Man, wow. That's a lot of years, man. I didn't even realize it. But it doesn't look like my invite thing is working. Well, hopefully it will. But be that as it may. Rick, I'm sorry I tried to bring you in, buddy, but what's going on with you, man? I just said no answer from my live video guest. I was watching, who was that? Dantes? Real one. Nobody knows more about wrestling than me. I've met some of the greatest wrestlers. And Steve Ray, nobody's seen anything. That's great. Somebody just put up a Donald Trump deal. Plane Ride from Hell documentary that Vice did. I remember you telling the story a few years ago about Scott Hall calling Kurt. You remember that? That's a true story, brother. See, that one never made the news. You know why, Dantes? I never told anybody about it. The first time I talked about it was on this show. I think it was me and Sonny talking, but it was a true story. It was a true story, man. I didn't make that up. There he is.
What's up, big dog?
What's going on, man? People been asking about you, brother.
Just chilling. I'm chilling in Texas.
Well, how's it?
My little man cave with my dogs. That's it. That's just chilling.
Well, how's the looking for new talent?
Yeah.
For different organizations going? How's that going?
Really well. I just got 2 guys just came back. I sent you the picture of my boy, John Davidson. 6'8", and you saw him. He's a big kid, real athletic. and I sent him over there. So what I do is once you win the chosen one
Okay.
a tryout, we pay for them to fly over there. They get to stay in the dojo, train.
Mm-hmm.
They
Right.
have two session, a 4 hour session daily. So
Okay.
and basically, they don't know nobody, so all they do is train.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't promise them a match or anything, but they'll evaluate the individual. And
Okay.
hey, this kid can work, and that's always been the case because we don't send any slouch over there. Um, and these guys got to work every show for the last 8 weeks for Pro Wrestling Noah, and got
Really?
paid. Yeah, yeah. They put
Okay.
it in with top guys like Marufuji and Kano. They're top guys in the organization. Get to work
Mm-hmm.
with them. So amazing amount of experience they got,
Mm-hmm.
and I smarten them up and I go, hey man, you're representing me and
Right.
if you ever want to come back, just watch your P's and Q. Don't get stupid and get drunk and pee on the couch and shit like that. So
Oh, that's the advice you gave him?
I did. I said no. And
That's the best advice.
it is because
That's the best advice you can give him.
yeah, the best advice. Don't pee on the couch. Don't don't pass out and shit. And I said, watch out for sponsors. Because how
Oh,
it is, Stevie. You've been there. They want to show you off, so you'll get all these guys. Some of the guys might be missing some pinkies. You know, they want to take you out drinking. And I tell them, I said, if you want to quit drinking, quit drinking.
well, in that situation, Sonny,
Yeah,
you already know you don't have a choice. When they want to take you out drinking, it ain't like you got a choice.
no. But what I told them was, hey, if you have enough drinking, because it's their custom to
Okay.
keep filling your cup.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
here in West, if somebody buy you a drink, you got to drink. You say,
Right.
okay, that's enough. I don't need any more. You can't do that over there. Minute you glass
Wait
is
a
half
minute.
full, they're gonna fill it.
Dante just says, "Say, tell Sonny he signed my WCW magazine for me January 1999 at Richmond Coliseum for Thunder. Him and Silver King was in crib watching the show. Sonny also was counting a big stack of $100 bills."
That's it.
That's what Dante said. I don't know.
Yeah, of course,
Dante
man.
might be making this up, but he
I don't
usually
know.
doesn't.
I don't carry anything, but that's the smallest bill I carry is $100 bills. Stevie, that's the truth, man. Here, I'm gonna show you right now. Now, this is unscripted, right? You know it's unscripted. I'm gonna
Okay.
show you. I'm gonna put hold on. I'm gonna put the phone down for a second.
Hey, wait a minute. That looked like Dale. Is that Dale?
I'm gonna show you right now, Stevie Ray. Look.
Dante says it's a true story. Let me see what
Yeah,
you
it
got,
is.
bro.
Yeah, I don't carry nothing but smallest bill I have is $100 bills. That's.
Well, I guess Dante's was right, man.
Well, I have some 20-pound bills from being in England, but that's that's the deal. He's telling the truth.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now is Perry Saturn still working with you on that?
yeah. He sure is. Yeah, he
Now
is.
you will never guess
Yes.
who I've been having conversations with in the last month or so.
I've been talking to Perry.
No, I ain't been talking to no Perry.
I don't know. Your brother still talking to you?
It's not an individual.
Oh, okay. What?
And I'm going to be in your neck of the woods in July.
Oh, it's hot here. Oh yeah, you from Texas,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what are
I've
you
been talk. I've been.
gonna be
I've
doing
been
some
talk.
AEW stuff.
I've been talking with AW.
AEW stuff. They're gonna be here for like 3-4 weeks.
I know.
All right. You need to stay at my house or anything? I don't know if I have a bed big enough for you. But hey, I have some old futon from Tokyo Inn.
Well, let's put it like this.
All the salad you can eat. No
No.
pancake.
Let's put it like this. I probably won't need. I'll probably come and holler at you at your house, but I probably won't be staying there.
Oh man, look, I got pool for you.
I know.
You know.
Yeah,
You
so I
you
might
get the
be
bread
I
on
might
that
be in
house,
town. I might be in town for a couple of days,
Okay. All right.
but I'll be doing business.
Yeah, but you know, you're gonna be. I mean, you still pimping? What kind of business you doing?
I told you I was talking with AEW.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you're gonna do the Godfather gimmick or something.
No, I ain't doing no gimmicks. I'm talking business, Sonny.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm talking business. You need to listen to me, bro. You of all people, you need to listen to me, man.
Hey, man, I got so much business right
I'm
now.
not getting into no fights at no conventions like some people I know. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I know people miss you. They ask me, says, "Hey, who's that big half of Harlem Heat?" I said, "He don't go nowhere. He don't leave Houston."
I do leave you. I was just in Dallas 3 weeks ago
What are we doing here?
for a big comedy show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a big comedy show. So I had to make an appearance.
You didn't do any Sonny Ono joke with the.
I didn't do any jokes, man. I didn't say I was a comedian.
I know.
I just
last time we did a comedy thing together, it was you.
Oh yeah, I know.
And you were talking about, you were really getting like Pearl Harbor, and you were talking about Kawasaki and Hiroshima, and you know.
That was business, man. That wasn't personal. Okay, it wasn't personal.
Sorry,
huh?
I didn't take it personal.
Jesse just said, Stevie Ray, am I joining the Hurt Syndicate? Man.
Oh man.
Let me tell you something about the Hurt Syndicate. If I had anything to do with the Hurt Syndicate, guys, I would have to rewrite the whole thing. I personally will sit down and rewrite the whole thing. Yes. Sonny and the Cat was so underrated, the sum of 99, that they had so much heat, especially down south, especially the feud with Disco Inferno and Buff Bagwell. Dante said he remember all this, man.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? You know what it is, Stevie Ray? The time we were in WCW. Highest rated time in pro wrestling, period.
Right.
7 times more watched wrestling back then than it is now.
Well, you know, people got more to watch nowadays.
Right, correct.
Wrestling was such a big thing, and wrestling in those days was coming into its own as far as pop culture goes. So it was reaching across that aisle at that time, especially with the kind of wrestling, with the NWO and all the different entities and stuff like that. You had the Hispanic guys, you had the Japanese guys. You even had to sprinkle in a couple of black guys here and there. You know what I'm saying? So, wrestling was at an all-time high, and we was doing things where everybody, with the rivalry going on with WWE, everybody was into it, man.
Yeah.
Everybody was into it, and that was a great time, Sonny, that you and I got to live.
Oh my God! I tell people all the time, and we were lucky. I was talking to Perry Saturn the other day, you just mentioned, and we were lucky. We didn't know. When you're riding that wave, you don't know how big that wave is. It's big. You know it's big, but you don't know how big, and you can only judge that by history.
Right.
And now that we're 30 years down the line, we can look back and say, man, that was, and how we just did it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was a little helter-skelter, but we did it.
No, we did it. Sonny, I'm putting something together.
Yes.
I'm putting something together next year for
Okay.
Ralston.
Oh, okay.
I'm putting together something big. Sonny, I'm working on big things, man.
You always work.
See, you haven't been around. You haven't been around. You have taken a sabbatical to go to England. You have taken a sabbatical to go to Japan and all this other stuff, you know, trying to train these young guys to become professional wrestlers.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that, and I commend you for that. But, Sonny, you don't realize I'm working on big things, man.
You sound like Hulk
And you're not
Hogan.
going to be a part of it.
You sound oh shit. You sound like Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff, his new league.
Sonny, I was leading up to that.
Oh, okay.
I was leading up to that, but I'm glad you brought it up.
Yeah. I talked to Eric.
Sonny, you're going to have to give me. I know Eric's your boy.
Yeah, I talked to him today.
Really?
Yeah.
I would like to know. This is just me.
Yeah.
I would like to know who is Eric Bischoff and Hulk Hogan about to rip off.
Well, all I know is that they do have Money Guy.
Okay, well, who is he?
I don't know. I mean, it's investment, group. I know they have financial backing.
Okay.
That's all I know. I mean, I'm not involved in it. So,
well, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
From what I hear, tell me if I'm wrong, they're going to be pushing Greco-Roman wrestling in a professional wrestling type way. Am I hearing that right?
I don't think it's amateur, like Olympic style wrestling.
That's Greco-Roman wrestling.
No, it's a Greco. There's a freestyle and Greco. You know that.
It's two of them, just like it's a clean and jerk in weightlifting, but they fall under the same banner and category.
Greco is all upper body.
I know that.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
So if they're pushing amateur wrestling, Greco-Roman should be a part of it.
Well, you know, I mean, when you do freestyle,
I don't know. That's why I'm coming to you.
Well, when you wrestle freestyle,
right,
you can attack to the leg, but there's no restriction. You can still attack the upper body. Well, Greco, as you know, is you can only attack you can't attack the leg.
It's still amateur wrestling.
Yes, it is. So what it is if you think about it in a term, there is no place for professional. When I say professional, I'm not talking professional wrestling as the entertainment like we were in, as athletes. There's no place to go. Their pinnacle is Olympics.
Right.
And what happens if you win Olympics? Well, you're probably going to become a coach at one of the D1 colleges. That's
a nice career.
Yeah, but opportunities far in between.
Okay.
Dale Sanders been, a Penn State coach since he won Olympics. Brands Brothers in Iowa. They've been there for, 10, 14 years since they were in Olympics. So there's a lot of those spots that opens up. So if you're number 2 guy or number 3 guys at, 70 kilos and you didn't get to, you might have won a world championship, but you didn't get to go to Olympics. You know, maybe by 1 point or maybe by push out, who knows? Right. And those guys don't have no place to go. And I think what Eric going to tap into those athletes, amazing athletes.
Okay.
And they're going to create a league where they compete against it. I don't know what format. I think rules will probably be tweaked a little bit. Then but it's going to be, from what I understand, it's going to be Olympic style shoot competition. Okay.
Now, let me ask you this. I hope everybody's out here listening to this. Sonny, I know is giving us the 411 on this new floor mat of professional wrestling that Eric Bischoff and Hulk Hogan are going into to try to make Olympic style wrestling appeal to the pop culture of which we have today in an entertainment floor mat, if you will. Now, with all of that being said, these kind of things have been tried before.
Yes.
In different kind of ways. Sonny, every time someone has tried something like this, the fans never got over it. They never got over
Yeah,
with the fans.
yeah. No, and I think Eric would be the first one to admit certainly that the learning curve of learning what constitute a point. You got to learn. Like I've been, my kid wrestles, so I've been
Hmm.
involved in amateur wrestling for
Right.
many, many, many years, and I appreciate the athletic technique, athleticism of those, and how much the
Oh
training.
yeah, those guys are
Oh yeah, they're real deals, and but at the same time, you're absolutely right. How do you, and you go to Iowa, collegiate wrestling, they pack
right.
those 17,000 seat arenas,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I
but
mean,
but that's
that
Iowa,
Midwest is wrestling personified, man.
right? But that's
Wrestling
Iowa.
personified.
You know, Penn
Right.
State does the same thing because they win everything. You know,
I
Iowa's
mean, it's
usually
a
second or
bunch of great.
third.
What I'm saying is a lot of wrestling comes out of those. Some of those, some of these states don't have professional type
No,
uh theatrics going on.
or professional
And
league. Iowa don't have any.
right.
No professional
And
sport league.
frankly, as far as I'm concerned, they don't need any.
What do you mean?
Okay. For
What,
some
what's wrong
for
with
some
what's wrong with citizen of Iowa?
I'm just saying,
Aside from you were talking about Stevieville.
I'm just saying, there's certain parts of the country nobody wants to go to. I'm sorry.
No,
There's just
that's
certain
not
parts of
true.
the country like that.
Yeah, I'm going to take you to corn maze next time when you and I are together in Iowa. They have a Hall of Fame there, and I'm going to take you to a corn maze and lose you black ass in one of those cornfields.
I've been through the cornfields of the whole country.
Well, knowing
The
you probably
cornfields
just
of Iowa, the cornfields of Nebraska, the cotton fields of Louisiana. I done been through all the fields and I done seen them all.
cotton
Okay?
field of
They
Louisiana.
don't
You have to
impress
go
me.
there.
They don't impress me. So as far as I'm concerned,
I don't think when
let them
cornfield
keep wrestling.
cornfield in Louisiana, they don't get too high.
I didn't say cornfield. I said the cotton
Oh,
fields.
cotton field don't get too
Yes.
high. See,
They don't. Yeah, they do.
no, they don't.
Even Kansas, Nebraska, Iowa. I mean, come on, bro. Let those states have what they have. Let's not let's let's not go to those states and just waste our time
Oh
watching
man,
watching people play
come
kickball
on now.
in the backyard somewhere.
Bears' first NWO pay-per-view was in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Come on now.
Okay.
Were you
Okay, I
on the
give you that.
garbage? Were you on a garbage truck when they made the run through the downtown of Cedar Rapids on the back of the garbage?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
It was so damn cold.
I don't think so. I don't think so. What's up, Flex? My boy Flex is in the house. Wait a minute. Somebody was just saying something. Let me try to bring that back up. Somebody was just saying something about who was that? Big Dog? So he just got off work. What's going on? Diddy is in deeper hole. Diddy is in deeper hole with this trial. Jason Tatum tore his Achilles. Yeah, man, that was sad, bro. And the way he was holding his foot and crying, I knew it wasn't. When those announcers saying, "Well, we'll see how injured he is and if he can
You were in Diddy's
return."
party.
Huh?
You were in Diddy's party.
What's wrong with going to a Diddy party?
They didn't call you up.
Let me ask you something. I
Yes,
want to
sir.
know what's wrong with going to a Diddy party.
Well, you been to one of them freak offs?
I just want to know what's wrong with going to a Diddy party.
Well, because I'm asking you, were you involved in one of them freak offs?
I just want to know what's wrong with going to a Diddy
No,
party.
going there.
Just because if I went to a Diddy party,
Yeah.
you're not going to see. First of all, I don't engage in things that could possibly bring me down a notch or put me in prison. Okay, that's first and foremost. You got to realize something, Sonny. I'm straight off the corner, man. You don't get it, bro.
I just asked you a
Straight
question.
off the corner. It ain't nothing out there that people are doing that I haven't seen already.
Oh no, I understand that, but I'm just wondering if you were involved in
And
the freak
I know my beans from my cornbread. Now I don't know what they say in Japan. You know, I don't know what your mother tell you in Japan. You know what I'm saying? You better know your pancakes from your salad. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what they tell you. but but over, but where I'm from,
Yeah.
if your mother tell you when you coming up, boy, know your beans from your cornbread. You better figure it out.
So you've been to the party, but you didn't participate on a freak off. Is that what
I
you're
don't
saying?
put. I'm not admitting anything. I'm
Did
just saying.
Did you watch it? Because I shouldn't fuck with have.
I'm just saying.
Well, see,
Anybody that got caught up into that, first of all, Sonny, unlike yourself, okay,
yes.
I'm not a sexual deviant.
What? Hey, not longer looking at it. You and I have been to enough stuff that we went to look at it. I'm not mentioning any cities. San Diego, Las Vegas.
Yeah, but we was in public. We was in public. We was in a public domain.
And you even provided a service for the club when you had to get Perry off the damn stage. Because none of them bouncers would try to get him off. It was only you could perform that duty.
That's what I'm looking out for, my boy. And I'm looking out for you too. Okay?
Oh, yeah. I wasn't on the stage.
But behind the scenes, Sonny, a lot of people don't know what's up on you like I do. Okay? A lot of people don't know that. I'm not gonna put your business in the street. A lot of people don't know what's up on you like I do. So, ladies and gentlemen, I had to watch him too. Okay? Because people can't see him. Can't see him sneaking around. I can see him.
Yeah, I just wondered. I asked you one time. I said, "Why does our steak cost $150? Do we get something extra at the Gold Club? $150 for steak, shit.
For a steak." But you gotta admit this though. Nobody had better food than the Gold Club.
Well, that was the excuse I would try to use, and when I threw down a receipt for expense account,
right? And
they said, "Hey, what's this entertainment Japanese Gold Club? $680." Mind you, this is almost 30 years ago.
Yeah. What's up, J-Dog?
You told me to treat them like they treat us when we go to Japan.
Man, that Gold Club. I wonder what they got in that building right there.
I don't know, but I'm going to be in Atlanta on the 29th. I'm going to go find out.
Gonna go by there and see what's up?
Yeah, I'll take
it's probably some office building now, bro.
I'll take some pictures.
Yeah, please do, because I've been back to Atlanta many times since then.
Well,
I never went back to that area. Because the only thing I know in that area is the Gold Club.
But let's just say, for the record, more business was done in Gold Club, Taj Mahal.
I never went to the Taj.
Oh, really?
No.
That's why you never got that raise.
Well, I know, in the words of Clint Eastwood, man has to know his limitations. Okay?
Yeah.
Old Ray Dog knows where to go, what to do, when to do it. Hey, see, I knew a little bit more about things that was going on than people thought I did.
Yeah.
So you got to realize I had little informants in high places. I had informants. Yes. I'm not going to say who they were, but people like talking to old Ray Dog about certain little things in the background.
I'm just saying, you could have been a 7-figure, but you got stuck on that high 6-figure.
Look, yeah, but at the end of the day,
yes,
I think I made the right choice.
Oh, I'm sure. That's why you're not on Diddy's trial. That's why you're not an expert witness.
You think Diddy's going to get off?
Nope.
You don't think he'll get off?
No.
What do you think about Smokey Robinson?
I don't know about that, but you and I know this, right?
Uh-huh.
Absolute power corrupts. It just does.
But we've a lot of the things with the Smokey deal. It looks coerced to me.
Yeah, it was like it's made, right?
It's 4 maids.
Yeah.
Now all the maids are coming out saying the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't know.
Now I didn't see no maids coming out on Arnold Schwarzenegger.
On who?
I didn't see no maids coming out on Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No. Then he married one, or he just got one. He just had a child with one.
Well, he was doing the same thing with his mates. Now I'm not making a comparison, but what I am saying is a lot of these maids, especially if they're trying to get their green card and this, that, and the other, not trying to throw salt. Hey, Uncle Smokey wanna get down. Maybe I get down with Uncle Smokey. Maybe something into it. Maybe something in it for me. I don't know. I'm not saying. Did they tell the other one?
Was that an African American maid voice you were doing there? No, or you. I thought maybe you might go to the Spanish gimmick and say, "No, Smokey Senor." No hot tamale for you. You leave my tacos alone. I don't want to see your burritos. Oh man, that's so racist. I can't.
I mean, these are just jokes, man. You know what I'm saying? These are just jokes. But with all that being said, I think it's a lot of validity to everything you just said.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I think there's a lot of validity to that.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you something really funny. This actually happened.
Okay.
1975, I went to Mexico City. It's part of the U.S. team to fight the Mexican team.
Okay. Right.
I mean, shoot deal. And we had one African American fighter from Washington, D.C. I won't mention his name.
Okay.
But day after we got to the hotel, he keep talking about this maid. Keep coming in his room. And I said, well,
right.
Your room to clean your room, man. And he was like engaged or something back home.
Right.
He fell in love with this maid. Man, he was all over her.
Right.
So I can understand, young stud in his late 20s.
Right.
Get the love fever. But
what's up, Tate? And I can understand that too, because I will admit this. Sonny, oh, you came back.
Okay.
Sonny, I've been in that situation before. You know how we used to travel.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've been in that situation before, not for my home, okay? Not at my home, because my first home, it wasn't big enough for have somebody come in and clean it. But
right.
My second home, it was. Okay?
Yeah.
But I'm talking about on the road, like you just saying.
Yeah.
I'm talking about on the road.
Yeah.
And Sonny, happened to me twice. And one here and one in Japan.
Oh. Well, I told you, brother, get over it. I told you that.
Yeah, of all places, Sonny, you trying to get me taken down in Japan? When the jailhouse ain't no bigger than this room right here? You kidding me, Sonny? Well, Sonny, I know my beans from my cornbread. You dig?
So you're trying to tell me there is no 28-year-old little curly hair Asian looking kid in Japan?
No, I don't
Dark
think
skin
so.
running around.
No, they don't. They wasn't mine. It might have been Too Cold Scorpio.
Oh, playing basketball, maybe. I don't know.
Tate, yeah, man. Send me an invite, brother. My boy Tate. Remember I was telling you about the comedy show?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's my boy that put the comedy show on.
Okay.
He just hit me up on Facebook. Yeah.
All right. But yeah, I mean,
In your city.
Oh, okay. That'd be nice.
And it was cold as hell up there. I went up there, it was cold as hell.
Yeah. I'm
This was about a month. This was about a month ago.
Yeah, it was. It was really cold. I didn't, that's why I'm still down here till it's going to get up in 100 tomorrow, I think. So
yeah, it's going to be like 90 something down here too, I think. They say it's going to be like this until next week. This is very unusual down here. I don't know about up there. This is very unusual down here.
Pretty early, I think it's going to be record heat. That's what they're saying. But they're having a record heat all the way up to Minnesota, so they got 55 degrees up there, and it's a record heat. So
Tate told me to invite you to the next one.
Oh, thank you. I will definitely come.
Tate, I'm gonna tell you something, man. Me and Sonny used to run the streets together back in the day. I can't go nowhere with him nowadays, bro. I'm sorry.
Come on now.
I appreciate the in there. Hey, man, can I talk to my boy for a second?
Come on now.
I'm just talking to Tate. I'm letting him know what's up.
I will protect your ass. Don't worry. Nobody gonna bother you, brother.
Okay, Tate, I'll invite him next time. He lives down there half the time. He lives down there. So we'll holler at him.
I live in my town, Sunnyvale. Stevie been talking about Stevieville and how he's gonna do this and that and create a country county and stuff.
I'm gonna create a country within a country. I want the state of Wyoming, or either I need the state of Iowa.
See, he doesn't understand. He doesn't understand. Stevie doesn't understand. He's been talking about it for about 4 years now, 5 years. I just went out in the hell with it. I found me a Sunnyvale. I live in Sunnyvale, Texas. I said, hell, I just start buying this fucking town.
Look, man, this is the deal, bro. See, anybody can come through Sunnyvale. But see, it won't be that way in Stevieville. You dig?
Oh, okay.
If you're not invited, and even if you are invited, you have a certain window that you have to be gone. If not, you are breaking the law.
Oh, what are you going to do, the tariff thing?
No, I'm not doing no tariffs.
145%.
No, I'm going to do equal trade with the United States of America.
Oh, okay.
We'll be trade partners. And if you want to come to Stevieville as a tourist, you get a pass. Your passport has to be up to date.
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Your visa, you have to get a visa just like anybody else.
Oh, so it's going to be like you're going to have a bunch of black folks wearing all black, wearing stocking hat or beret.
No.
And you're going to come up to people and goes, papers? Let me see your papers.
No, because they're going to get all that checked before they come in. So I know you got your papers.
All right.
Because see, I'm building a wall. See, I got a lot of good ideas from Donald Trump. He had some good ideas. He just couldn't get them done. But old Ray Dog gonna get his done. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm not building a wall that went 10 miles. The wall is going to go all the way around Stevieville, the state of Iowa or the state of Wyoming. There's a wall. And it ain't gonna be like that plastic wall that they got down there on the border from Texas. It ain't gonna be no wall like that.
Who's gonna pay for the wall?
The United States.
Okay, Stevie Trumpy.
Yeah. United States gonna pay for it. They owe it to me. This is gonna be a part of the restitution.
Sounds a lot like Trump in Mexico.
No, man, they owe it to me. This will be a part of the reparations. This will be a part. This is the deal I'm making, man. That is the deal I'm making. This is a part of the reparation that you have to build a wall. And it's not going to be like that wall. You know what the wall is going to be like?
What's that?
You ever seen
Great China Wall?
No, man. That little bitty Well, it might.
That's
Now,
the longest
China,
wall in the
big country.
world.
You know what the kind of wall is going to be like?
What's it gonna be?
You ever seen the movie King Kong?
Yeah.
You ever
Right
seen
here.
the? You ever seen the
Kong.
wall? You ever seen the wall that they built to keep him out?
Yeah, I just remember the big gate.
Okay. Well, that gate was a part of what? That's the only way he could get in.
Yeah, I
That's
don't think
that's what the wall gonna be like.
But you know what? That didn't keep King Kong. King
I could
Kong
care
went out.
less. It's gonna keep you out though.
King Kong swam out of that thing and just jumped over the hoop and
He didn't break in till he got mad.
No, well, yeah, but you know how do we know you ain't gonna get
I'm
mad?
just saying that's how big the wall is gonna be. So don't try to get a
jump
pole vault. Don't try to get a pole vault and jump over it, and don't try to come underneath it, because not only is it going to be 30 foot high, it's also going to be 10 meters underneath the ground.
Oh, so you can't dig in it.
Nope.
But you know you're gonna.
And it's got cameras everywhere. It's not going to be like the Pentagon with 84 cameras and still don't see an airplane flying to a building. It will not be like that.
But I'm gonna guarantee you, before you know, you'll be on the Empire State Building trying to swat a plane.
We're not leaving. So you have to have special papers to get in, and you got to have special papers to leave.
Man, sounds awful like, papers.
Well, when you come back, if you leave and come back, yeah. I want to know if you've been compromised. I want to know, man.
Well,
That's all.
You gonna administer the health check?
Huh?
You gonna administer the health check?
Well, this is the thing, man. If you leave for any length, leave for any length of time to go back inside the United States of America, when you get back, you already know what the rules are. So that's all.
What are you gonna do when people come in? You're gonna say, drawers down, bend over?
No, I got little ones to make sure you haven't been chipped. I'm going to make sure you haven't been chipped, okay? And I'm also might have to take a blood test to make sure you are still the same person that left that came back.
Oh man, damn. All right. Okay, let's get away from this fantasy world.
I'm just cautious, dog. That's all. Yeah, I don't put nothing past nothing.
Just your audience know I live in Sunnyvale. Stevie's still dreaming in his head.
No, brother. Phil, I can't live in Sunnyvale, man. Too many people around, man, that I don't know. I don't know your neighbors, man.
Well, listen, if you come to Sunnyvale, I'm probably the only Japanese who lives here.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
What about a Korean man?
Oh, they're all over, man. Shit.
What about a Vietnamese man?
I'm sure there's a few.
Okay.
There's a Vietnamese restaurant here.
Okay.
So all the Japanese restaurants run by Koreans and Chinese. So.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
How'd that work?
They can charge a lot more for Japanese food than Chinese food. That's why.
Oh, okay.
It's the economics.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I always wondered that.
Yeah.
Well, we as Americans don't really know the difference anyway, I don't think.
Well, no, yeah, they do. I mean, not. See, unlike you, most Americans travel.
Hey, man. Only Japanese food that I like, I'm going to be honest and tell you. Down here in Texas, Vietnamese, Chinese, Mongolian beef, things of that nature. That rules down this way. Okay.
Well, Mongolian beef, you can get those in Chinese restaurant. But the name says Mongolian beef.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I know exactly what you're saying. Listen, but what I'm saying is,
Stevie Ray, you have no standing because you didn't even know who ran your ass over. The Japanese person or a Chinese person?
I can tell the difference, Sonny. You just think I can't. You just think I can't. I know who it was.
You can't.
I know who it was. Because Japanese try to flaunt their money in front of you. See, the Chinese people don't do that. Chinese people don't do that. So I know the difference.
That's true.
Only the Japanese guy go out and buy the biggest car on the lot.
Yes.
Okay? He wants the biggest car and can't even touch the pedals.
Yeah. Yeah, we have to make sure the phone book comes with it. So I can sit on. That's...
And the lady was driving. Yeah. Only a Japanese would not go and render aid. render aid to somebody that just ran up the road on a
Okay, I'm
motorcycle.
gonna tell you what the conversation was like. Lady was driving. She almost ran you over. She looked at her husband. She says, "What should I do?" He said, "The black man. Don't worry. Black man, no problem. Just keep going. Keep going, honey."
Yeah, she hit the button, baby. I see black smoke jump out the tailpipe, dog.
Oh,
She probably never hit it before.
yeah, that's probably was oil in the carburetor. She stepped on the gas. Oh, the oil got burnt off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, this car. What year was this? It probably was fuel injected.
Oh, okay.
It was after 80. I think the last carburetor was 84, 85.
Well, then it could be all the smut and
Yeah, probably hadn't blew the car
out.
out and probably hadn't blew the car out in years.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
digress.
And then don't even come back to see you done ran. Oh, Sonny.
Yeah, you probably
Sonny,
right
those
with
people, they lucky, Sonny. The Stevie Ray of that time was nothing like the Stevie Ray of today. Sonny, I'm telling you, they lucky they hit the gas and got the hell up out of it.
Yeah.
They lucky my motorcycle at the
was laying on its side.
yeah, and it bust the what they call that? Well, all the oil ran out.
Oh, yeah, no, you
on the side. All the oil ran out. That's the only reason I couldn't pick the bike because I was fine. I took a tumble and I came up on my feet, but my bike hit the concrete and the where the stator and all that stuff is, it cracked and the oil was coming out of. Other than that, I would have got and ran them down, Sonny.
If you and I ever get back on TV, we got to do a reenactment of that one. I'll put a wig on and be the Japanese lady.
Yeah, this is the thing. They stopped.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they stopped and make sure you were upright.
No, they seen what I was looking. They seen how pissed off I was. I think the woman smoked the wheels.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
I think she left two black lines.
Gas, honey.
Yeah, I know that's what he said. I can see him doing this. I think the lady actually wanted to help, but I think the daddy was like, "No, baby, go."
Yeah, this can't be good. Let's keep moving.
That's a true story, Sonny. That is a true story.
I know. Like I said, if we ever get back on TV down the line, we have to do reenactment of that. Stevie Ray going to the show, get run over by two Asian couple.
Yeah, man. Why? I'm like saying to myself, when I pulled up on the side of her, I looked. They was in the middle lane, right?
Right.
I looked over and go. I'm saying to myself, why they go buy the biggest Cadillac known to man? I think it was one of those. What do they call it? Barrettes?
Oh, big, yeah. The
Barrettes?
4-door.
Huh?
2-door or 4-door?
4-door.
Oh, it's a big one.
Yeah. Barrettes. Not the not the Brom. Not the Brom.
Okay.
The Barrettes.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't remember the Cadillac logos like I do. You know what I'm saying? Like we do, rather.
Well,
so
you try to remember because you always wanted one.
No, everybody's into Cadillacs. I never owned a Cadillac, but shit, I know 100 people that had them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well,
Cadillac was just a big thing back in the day.
I remember
this before.
Like 1970, 7.
Uh-huh.
My friend Leslie DeVoe, that was his name,
Okay.
black man, and him and another friend of ours got together and bought a Cadillac Eldorado or something.
Right.
And they took turn. Like, he gets like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. He gets Thursday, Friday, whatever it was. And
Right.
they would swap off on a weekend, which is like a divorced family. They get to swap out the cars. But no, it was a big deal, man. But no joking aside, right? Those guys would drive with their head right in the middle of the seat.
Right.
Left hand over the steering wheel.
Right.
And would lean way over to the armrest and be driving.
That was the Cadillac. That's how you
That's how you rode. Yeah.
Diamond in the back, sunroof back, digging in
Yeah.
the scene with a gangster lean. That's where that
Oh,
song
okay.
comes from.
Okay.
Remember
Yep.
that song?
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
see. Yeah, I think I could cast you on that. You know,
I never wanted a Cadillac though. Never wanted a
but
Cadillac.
but
I
if you
always
ever, if you ever,
my dream when I was coming up was
yeah,
to always own a Mercedes Benz and a Corvette. Those are the
yeah,
two
but
cars that I dreamed
yeah,
about when I was a kid.
if you get
Mercedes
casted
Benz and
for a
Corvette.
movie, if you
Huh?
get casted for 1970 movie, you know, you fit right in there. You might have to
Yeah.
Jerry curl. You might have to do the Jerry curl thing.
Oh, wait a minute, man. My phone just went off.
Oh, what happened?
Oh, that's my boy. Is that my boy? Oh, my phone just went off.
All right.
But anyway, hey guys, we got to get ready to end the show. Anyway, we found Sonny. He's been hiding in the weeds. He's
Man,
been on a mission.
oh, it's
He's been
crazy.
on a mission to bring professional wrestling to some young man
Yeah,
to live out his dream. And
yeah,
Sonny,
yeah.
is that what you're going to be doing?
20th of this month, I'm sending a guy uh, uh, to Japan for
Okay.
another 6 weeks with Pro Wrestling Noah. You know, he just turned 18. He was a chosen one from Manchester, England.
Right.
Going over there, and you know, and I don't have to worry about him getting drunk and peeing on the couch. So, you know, but he's gonna get experience of his life.
Hey, man, and that's the name of the game, man.
Yep.
And that's what Sonny's been doing, looking out for the young talent that's coming up in the business, man. And Sonny, I'll give you a little bit more 411 when I
Okay.
get to 411.
All
Because,
right.
brother, it's going to be, if things work out with the vision that I got in my head, it can be very, very, a lot of fun.
All right. Well,
A lot
whatever
of
you're
fun,
doing
man.
it, you know, I'm right
I
there
know.
with you.
Hey, most definitely, brother. It's going to, when I sit down and tell you about it, brother,
Okay.
you're gonna like it.
Oh, I like
Gonna
almost
like
everything you do.
it. Now this is gonna be good if
All
I
right.
can work it out.
All right. Sounds good.
All right, then, ladies and gentlemen, that's him, my man Sonny Ono. Sonny,
Yes, sir.
he's not here every week, but ladies and gentlemen, we always know where he is.
I'm there in the spirit for you, Stevie. Always.
Okay, brother. I'll see you later, Sonny.
All right.
All right, guys, that's gonna be the end of the show. Appreciate Sonny coming on and gracing us with his presence. You guys know he's out there doing his thing. But hey, man, we had a few things to talk about. But hey, man, we'll get to him next week. Or who knows? I might do another show this week. But at the end of the day, if you do nothing else, you always want to be one.